What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Today we got with us a multi-Grammy winner, frontman for Arrested Development, successful solo artist in his own right. Speech, how you doing, brother?
Doing darn good, man. Doing good.
All right, so what I want to talk to you about, I saw your Vlad TV interview, and I'm not sure if that was like clickbait titling, but I saw that your first album, his title was Considering It a Failure. And well, first I want to tell you that, by no stretch of the imagination was that album a failure. I had it at the time. I remember seeking it out. I remember it being hard to find. If anything, it was, and this is in the DC area. If anything, it was under promoted. There was no end caps, none of that shit back in the day.
Yep.
I don't want to disparage anybody, so I ain't gonna say any names, but like in the words of the Big L, great Big L, how come you can listen to Speed's first album and see where a lot of rappers got their whole style from? Because I think you was like 10 years ahead.
Yeah.
The musicality, I don't know how to use a bunch of like pretentious music journalist words, but it was just ahead of its time, like with the samples, the mixture of singing,
Yeah.
it's just all the way around. So I just wanted to let you know that it touched me, and I wore that CD out. I listened to it at least like 3 times a month for 5 years. So there's no way there's definitely, but there's no way in fuck that album's a failure. I don't know if you consider it that or if that was just how it was titled, but nah.
No, I think that was titled that way. Now, I will say this, like in the United States, it was a huge failure as far as sales, but thank God the world isn't just the United States. You know what I mean? So that same record, because I'm assuming you're talking about my debut solo album, right?
Your self-titled Speech.
Yeah. So that same album came out and was doing bad in America, but was #1 in Japan. So as far as do I feel like it's a failure? No, definitely not. I feel like that record is an extremely special record. And I agree with you. Nobody at that time was in the hip hop world was doing the musicality experimentation that I was doing at the time. And nobody was singing, rhyming. Drake wasn't out yet. Lauren wasn't out yet. Bones wasn't out yet, so on and so forth. So, I mean, there was a lot of sort of going into the frontiers that other people were not going into, you know what I'm saying, at the time. So I definitely
that's why I want to say I appreciate the creativity. Like, later I heard many songs like on the Love Below, but like I'd never heard anything like Let's Be Hippies before.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, to me, that was the sort of the daring part of it, because I even asked Fugees to be on Impregnated Tidbits of Dope Hits.
Oh wow.
And I had heard, what was their first single, like Nappy Head or something like that, maybe it was called. And I liked them from there. They didn't have the score out at that time.
Right.
So I wanted them to be on there, and they declined. They were working on the score, and I don't know why they declined, but they did. And point being is that, it was a lot of bringing more width to that hip hop landscape at the time. And like I said, maybe it was before its time, which has definitely been said about me more than I would like. But
I know that's like one of those like good bad problems to have.
Exactly right. Yeah, it's like, what I'm saying, it's like you're handsome for a black dude type of compliment. It's like, okay, well, yeah, before your time, it's like it definitely connotates that something didn't happen right. So.
No doubt. And then I remember Nas got all the acclaim for having the song From the Viewpoint of a Gun, and there was other songs of that nature. But and I'm not gonna act like I heard every rap song ever, but to my knowledge, I think I got pretty good sense of history. To my knowledge, Tell Me Something might be the first song of that ilk, because you was basically rapping from the perspective of Africa.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
And if there's one before that, please hit me to it. But
no, I'm not familiar with it right now, other than, I'm a joint getting smoked and I can't get up from KRS-One, but I'm not sure if that came after my record or not. So I forget. But that's a dope joint though. When KRS-One was coming from the point of view of a joint. But I think, I never heard that. Like when you just said that, it made me think about that fact. That's hot, dude. I never heard of that. Yeah.
I mean, we gonna finish it up right here. Make sure y'all check out the new Arrested Development album for the F and Love. But shit, if you never heard that, when we finna do our main episode, make sure y'all check that out. I'm about to really
Yeah.
fuck your head up. So
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
no doubt. Thanks for your time, brother.